I struggled with multiple themes of OCD for 14 years, and one of the biggest mindset shifts or the biggest things that I came to understand to actually be able to conquer my OCD for good and achieve a full recovery is this right here. It's the power that your beliefs have with OCD, and ultimately understanding what your OCD thoughts and feelings actually come from, why those happen, and the power that beliefs have in determining your thoughts and feelings. So the analogy that I came up with to show this to you so that you can understand this and really take this in and hopefully change your life like I was able to through this information. So with this analogy, think of this as a lake. I know it's a really good lake. My art skills are like insanely good, right? But okay, that's a lake, and then this is a stream that's just flowing from the lake, right? Stream water that's coming from this lake. So think of the lake as your beliefs or your view of reality, because that's really what a belief is. It's what you're actually deciding, okay, this is real to me. This is actually true. That's my view of reality. So the lake water is your beliefs. The stream water is your thoughts and feelings. And then specifically the stream water right here, think of that as your present moment experience. That's actually the thoughts and feelings you are experiencing in this moment. Okay, you got it? Awesome. So the thing that pretty much everyone gets backwards when it comes to their OCD, the big mistake everyone makes, right? You ready for it? So the big mistake everyone makes is that most people determine what they believe to be true based on their thoughts and feelings, right? If I'm thinking and feeling this thing, then it must be true. And I'm feeling it really powerfully, so it must be super true, right? But instead, it is actually the exact opposite. That instead, your thoughts and feelings are actually just a natural response to whatever you are believing. That's it. So let me say that one more time. Most people get it backwards. They determine what they're viewing as reality based off of their thoughts and feelings, when instead your thoughts and feelings are just a natural response to whatever belief you've memorized in your subconscious, which I go into a lot more in other videos, and just a response to whatever you are believing in the moment, whatever your most dominant view of reality is in that moment. That's it. Right, so then here is where most people go wrong. Most people, right, they have these negative beliefs. So I'll give it with the example of harm OCD. So if you have the beliefs of, I might not have control over my actions, my thoughts can cause me to act a certain way, or they might be able to. I am going to have intrusive thoughts, right? I'm stuck in intrusive thoughts. So holy cow, those intrusive thoughts could make me lose control and hurt someone, right? If you have those beliefs about yourself, about your life, about your future, if that is your view of reality, then when an intrusive thought happens, you're going to naturally have the thoughts and feelings that are based on those beliefs, right? It's just going to be a natural response to the beliefs you have. So then when the intrusive thought happens, you're automatically going to have the thoughts of, oh my goodness, this is terrifying. Oh, this is horrible. Oh, what if I hurt them? Oh, I can't think this. And you're naturally going to have the feelings of the anxiety and the panic and the fear and the feeling like you're disgusting and awful and all of these things. But recognize those thoughts and feelings, they don't indicate reality. Not at all. Your thoughts and feelings in and of themselves are nothing. They don't determine reality. They don't determine what's going to happen in the future. They don't determine the actions you're going to take. They don't determine anything about you of, I am this type of person or whatever. No. They only determine what you are believing or viewing as reality in that moment. That's it. And then based on what's happening in that moment, the way that your brain is perceiving what is happening through the lens of those beliefs. That's it. Right? So think of the red marker as the negative, right? The negative beliefs you have, the fearful beliefs. If you have all this red water in the lake, then naturally the water in the stream that's going to come from the lake is also red water. So if you have these negative, fearful, awful beliefs, then that's naturally in the moment going to create all these negative thoughts and feelings that you're going to experience. So then where most people go wrong is instead of when the thoughts and feelings getting triggered going, this just means I'm believing this thing to be true. Okay, I can change that because that's not a true belief. Instead, most people because they view their reality based on their thoughts and feelings. Oh, holy cow, I'm thinking and feeling these awful things. Well, then that must be true, and that just reinforces the belief or their view of reality, which then causes even more negative thoughts and feelings to naturally happen based on those beliefs. So then they go, okay, well, I guess the only way I can stop this then is if I can stop these thoughts and feelings. So I have to create a dam right here, right? Boom, to stop these thoughts and feelings from happening. And that's what people try to do. Try to escape the thoughts. I can't think this, I can't feel this, oh, this is awful, right? Sure, that's what you've done so many times. That's what I did so many times. But the problem with this is that when you do this, all these negative thoughts and feelings, they're going to get bottled up right here, right? Because they hit this, and then they all bottle up right here. But also, you can't actually stop yourself from thinking and feeling. You can't. So this is going to keep spilling over. Boom. And all this polluted, gross, negative red water is just going to be constantly going through into your experience. That's how it's going to be. And then because of this, even if there was some good fresh water that started flowing, right? Then because there's all this polluted water, this blue good water is going to hit this red water, and it's going to become polluted too, right? So all of a sudden now, everything that's happening in your life is being distorted through this lens, through these thoughts and feelings that are being bottled up. So then even something good happens. Oh, I didn't have an intrusive thought. And your brain goes, well, but even that good thing is now being distorted. So, oh, well, you're going to have an intrusive thought. Or, oh, well, that just means that you aren't caring about it anymore. So that makes you like, whatever. Your brain's going to come up with whatever BS it can, right? So instead, what you actually want to do is when the thoughts and feelings get triggered, recognize in and of themselves, they mean nothing. They are just a reflection of what I'm believing as reality. So don't do anything with the thoughts and feelings as best you can. I know it's hard, right? But practice this. Practice being like, these thoughts and feelings are nothing. Instead, I'm just going to focus on the belief. I'm going to focus on what I am viewing to be real, what I am deciding to trust in as my reality. And take this in right here. Understand this. You can actually decide what you are viewing as being real. You can decide what you are choosing to believe and what you're practicing believing, because belief is ultimately a skill. It's not just something that's just how it is. No, it's a skill you can practice and develop. So practice viewing reality the way you want to view it instead of this fearful, awful thing. And then just trust that that will naturally bring the thoughts and feelings that you do want, the more that you can practice viewing this good thing as your reality. And then because of that, you don't have to do anything with these bad, negative thoughts and feelings. So what happens then, once you start to view your OCD and treat it this way, is that because you are now no longer fighting the OCD, you're no longer resisting it, so it's like, it can do whatever, the thoughts and feelings can do whatever they want, because they're nothing. Like, truly are, they're nothing. Just a reflection of the beliefs. Now, this water, it's going to flow. Boom. So yes, all of this is going to be experienced. But then it's going to keep flowing, and it's no longer going to be in your experience. So all of this water is actually going to, boom, it's going to go away. And one of my favorite quotes that I came up with about this is, when you resist yourself from thinking or feeling a certain way in your experience, all you're actually doing is resisting yourself from letting go of or getting rid of those thoughts and feelings from your experience. Right? So when you're trying to stop yourself from thinking and feeling this way, all you're actually doing is stopping yourself from letting go of them, because now they can't flow. But as soon as you just say, great, they mean nothing, they just mean I'm believing something that's a lie, who cares? So you let them flow, now they're gone, and actually clears the path for you now to, as you create new beliefs, positive, empowering, true beliefs, so you have this good, clean water, boom, now that's going to start to flow. And it's not going to get polluted by this red water, because that actually already flowed through and it's gone. And now you can start to experience all these good thoughts and feelings that you want. So, next time your OCD gets triggered, remember this. Remember that the thoughts and feelings themselves are just nothing. They're just a reflection of what you have been believing. So then remind yourself that you can actually decide what you want to believe, decide what you want to trust as your actual reality, and say, this is real to me, regardless of the thoughts and feelings, because thoughts and feelings don't have to determine reality. Instead, your view of reality determines thoughts and feelings. So own that power you have, that you actually can consciously decide, this is what I'm deciding to be true and real for me. This is what I'm deciding to believe and practice believing. And I'm going to trust that the thoughts and feelings that I want will actually happen the more that I can practice believing this, regardless of what the thoughts and feelings are doing. So, if you found this video helpful, and if you want more helpful mindset shifts, strategies, and information about OCD, about mental health, and about changing your life in general, then make sure you hit subscribe down below so that you can catch all of my next videos that I will be releasing in the near future. But let's do it. Let's conquer the OCD. Let's kick its butt, and let's take the power away from the OCD that it never truly had. Because really the only power it did have is just the power that you decided to give it by determining what you're believing based on the thoughts and feelings getting triggered. So let's do it. Let's change our lives. Thanks for watching.